Selected readings from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, translated by E.A. Wallace Budge. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. Let us begin with the hymn to the setting sun. Nice and relaxed now. A hymn of praise to Ra, when he riseth upon the horizon, and when he setteth in the land of life, Osiris the scribe Ani saith, Homage to thee, O Ra, when thou risest as Tem-Herukute. Thou art adored by me when thy beauties are before mine eyes, and when thy radiance falleth upon my body. Thou goest forth to thy setting in the Sektet boat with fair winds, and thy heart is glad. The heart of the Matet boat rejoiceth. Thou stridest over in the heavens in peace, and all thy foes are cast down. The never-resting star sings hymns of praise unto thee, and the stars which rest, and the stars which never fail, glorify thee as thou sinkest to rest in the horizon of Manu. O thou who art beautiful at morn and at eve, O thou who livest and art established, O my Lord. Homage to thee, O thou who art Ra when thou risest, and Tem when thou settest in beauty. Thou risest and shinest on the back of thy mother Nut, O thou who art crowned the king of the gods. Nut doeth homage unto thee, and everlasting and never-changing order embraceth thee at morn and eve. Thou stridest over heaven, being glad of heart, and the lake of Testes is content thereat. The Sebal fiend hath fallen to the ground, his arms and hands have been hacked off, and the knife hath severed the joints of his body. Ra hath a fair wind. The Sektet boat go forth, and sailing along it cometh into port. The gods of the south, and of the north, and of the west, and of the east praise thee. O divine substance, whom all forms of life come into being, thou sendest forth the word, and the earth is flooded with silence. O thou only one, who didst dwell in heaven before ever the earth and the mountains came into existence. O runner, O Lord, O only one, thou maker of things which are, thou hast fashioned the tongue of the company of the gods. Thou hast produced whatsoever cometh forth from the waters, and thou springest up from them over the flooded land of the lake of Horus. Let me snuff the air which cometh forth from thy nostrils, and the north wind which cometh forth from my mother Nut. O make thou be glorious, my shining form, O Osiris. Make thou be divine to my soul. Thou art worshipped in peace or in setting, O Lord of gods. Thou art exalted by reason of thy wondrous works. Shine thou within rays of thy light, my body day by day upon me. Osiris the scribe, the teller of the divine offerings of all the gods, the overseer of the granary of the lords of Abydos, the royal scribe, in truth, who loveth thee, Ani, victorious in peace. Hymn and Litany to Osiris, from the Papyrus of Ani. Praise be unto thee, O Osiris, Lord of eternity, Unnefer-Herukuti, whose forms are manifold, and whose attributes are majestic, Ta-Sekertem in Anu, the Lord of hidden places, the creator of Het-Ketah, and of the gods therein, the guide of the underworld, whom the gods glorified when thou settest in Nut. Isis embraceth thee in peace, and she driveth away the fiends from the mouth of thy paths. Thou turnest thy face upon Amentet, and thou makest the earth to shine with refined copper. Those who have lain down rise up to see thee. They breathe the air, and they look upon thy face when the disk riseth on its horizon. Their hearts are at peace, inasmuch as they behold thee, O thou who art eternity and everlastingness. Homage to thee, O Lord of starry deities in Anu, and of heavenly kings in Kir-Abba, thou God Unti, who art more glorious than the gods who are hidden in Anu. O grant thou unto me a path whereon I may pass in peace, for I am just and true. I have not spoken lies wittingly, nor have I done aught with deceit. Homage unto thee, O An in Antes Herukute. With long strides thou stridest over heaven, O Herukute. O grant thou unto me a path whereupon I may pass in peace, for I am just and true. I have not spoken lies willingly, nor have I done aught with deceit. Homage to thee, O soul of everlastingness. Thou soul who dwellest in Tatu, Unnefer, son of Nut, thou art Lord of Akert. O grant unto me a path where I may pass in peace, for I am just and true. I have not spoken lies wittingly, nor have I done aught with deceit. Homage to thee in thy dominion over Tatu, the Uderet crown is established upon thy head. Thou art the one who maketh the strength which protecteth himself, and thou dwellest in peace in Tatu. O grant thou unto me a path whereupon I may pass in peace, for I am just and true, and have not spoken lies willingly, nor have I aught with deceit. Homage to thee, O Lord of the acacia tree. The Seker boat is set upon its sledge. Thou turnest back the fiend, the worker of evil, and thou causest the Uchat to rest upon its seat. O grant thou unto me a path where I may pass in peace. I am just and true. I have not spoken lies wittingly, nor have I done aught with deceit. Homage to thee, O thou who art mighty in thine hour, thou great and mighty prince, dweller in Anrut of eternity, and creator of everlastingness. Thou art the Lord Suten-Henen. Homage to thee, O thou who hast rested upon right and truth, thou who art the Lord of Abtu, and thy limbs are joined unto Zesheret. Thou art who art fraud, a guile and hateful. Homage to thee, O thou who art within my boat. Thou bringest Hapi from the Nile forth of its source. The light shineth upon thy body, and thou art the dweller in Neken. Homage to thee, O creator of the gods, thou king of the north and of the south. O Osiris, victorious one, ruler of the world in this gracious seasons. Thou art the Lord, celestial world. O grant unto me a path where I may pass in peace, for I am just and true. I have not spoken lies wittingly, nor have I done aught with deceit. Hymn to Ra from the Papyrus of Ani. A hymn to praise of Ra when he riseth in the eastern part of heaven. Those who are in his train rejoice, and lo, Osiris, Ani, victorious, saith, Hail, thou disk, thou lord of rays, who risest on the horizon day by day. Shine thou with thy beams of light upon the face of Osiris, Ani, who is victorious, for he singeth hymns of praise unto thee at dawn, and maketh thee set at eventide with words of adoration. May the soul of Osiris, Ani, the triumphant one, come forth with thee into heaven. May he go forth in the Nut-Hetep boat. May he come into port in the Sektet boat. And may he cleave his path among the never-resting stars in the heavens. Osiris, Ani, being in peace and in triumph, adoreth his Lord, the Lord of eternity, saying, Homage to thee, O Herukute, who art the god Khepera, the self-created, when thou risest on the horizon and sheddest thy beams upon the light of the lands of north and south. Thou art beautiful, yea, beautiful, and all the gods rejoice when they behold thee, the King of Heaven. The goddess Net-Unut is stabilized upon thy head, and her Uriai of the south and north are upon thy brow. She taketh up her place before thee. The god Thoth is stablished in the brows of thy boat to destroy utterly all foes. Those who are in the Duat come forth to meet thee, and they bow in homage as they come toward thee to behold thy truly beautiful image. And I have come before thee, that I may be with thee to behold thy disk every day. May I not be shut up in the tomb, may I not be turned back, may the limbs of my body be made new again when I view thy beauties, even as are those of thy favoured ones, because I am one of those who worshipped thee whilst I lived upon earth. May I come into the land of eternity, may I come even unto the everlasting land, for behold, O my Lord, this hast thou ordained for me. And lo, Osiris Ani, triumphant in peace, the triumphant one saith, Homage to thee, O thou who risest in the horizon as Ra. Thou reposest upon law which changest not, nor can it be altered. Thou passest over the sky, and every face watcheth thee, and thy course, for thou hast been hidden from their gaze. Thou dost shew itself at dawn, and at eventide day by day. The sected boat, wherein is thy majesty, goeth forth with might. Thy beams shine upon all faces. The number of thy red and yellow rays cannot be known, nor can the bright beams be told. The lands of the gods, and the eastern lands of Punt, must be seen, ere that which is hidden in thee may be measured. Alone and by thyself thou dost manifest thyself when comest into the being above Nu. May Ani advance, even as thou dost advance. May he never cease to go forward, even as the majesty ceaseth not to go forward, even though it be for a moment. For its strides doth thou in one little moment pass over the spaces which would need hundreds of thousands and millions of years for man to pass over. This thou doest, and then dost thou sink to rest. Thou puttest an end to the hours of the night, and thou dost count them, even though thou endest them in thine appointed season, and the earth becometh light. Thou settest thyself before thy handiwork in the likeness of Ra. Thou risest in the horizon. Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant, declareth his praise of thee, and when thou shinest, and when thou risest at dawn, he crieth in his joy at thy birth. Thou crowned with the majesty of thy beauties, thou mouldest thy limbs as thou dost advance, and thou bringest them forth without birth pangs in the form of Ra, as thou dost rise up into the upper air. Grant thou that I may come unto the heaven which is everlasting, and unto the mountain where dwell the favoured ones. May I be joined unto those shining beings, holy and perfect, who are in the netherworld, and may I come forth to behold them with thy beauties when shinest at eventide, goest to thy mother Nu. Thou dost place itself in the west, and my two hands are raised in adoration of thee, when thou settest as a living being. Behold, thou art the maker of eternity, and thou art adored when thou settest in the heavens. I have given my heart unto thee without wavering, O thou who art mightier than the gods. Osiris, triumphant, saith, A hymn of praise to thee, O thou who risest like unto gold, and who dost flood the world with light on the day of thy birth. Thy mother giveth thee birth upon her hand, and thou dost give us light unto the course of the disk. O thou great light, who shinest in all heavens, Thou dost strengthen the generations of men with the Nile flood, and thou dost cause gladness in all lands, and in all cities, and in all temples. Thou art glorious by reason of thy splendors, and thou makest strong thy car with Hu and Chephal floods. O thou who art mighty in the won victories, thou who art the power of all powers, who dost make strong thy throne against evil fiends, who art glorious in majesty in the Sektet boat, who art exceedingly mighty in the Atet boat. Make thou glorious Osiris Ani with victory in the underworld. Grant thou that in the netherworld he may be without evil. I pray thee to put away his faults behind thee. Grant thou that he may be only thy venerable servants who are with the Shining Ones. May he be joined unto his souls, which are in Ta Chesetet, and he may be journeying into the Sektet Aru by a prosperous and happy decree. He, the Osiris, the scribe Ani, triumphant. And the God saith, Thou shalt come forth into heaven, thou shalt pass over the sky, thou shalt be joined into the starry deities, praises shall be offered unto thee in thy boat, thou shalt be hymned in the Atet boat, thou shalt behold Ra within his shrine, thou shalt set together with his disk day by day, thou shalt see the ant fish when it springeth into being's waters of turquoise, and thou shalt see the Abtu fish in his hour. It shall come to pass that the evil one shall fall when he layeth a snare to destroy thee, and the joints of his neck and his back shall be hacked asunder. Ra saileth with a fair wind, and the Sektet boat draweth on and cometh into port. The mariners of Ra rejoice, and the heart of Nebt-Ankh is glad, for the enemy of her lord hath fallen to the ground. Thou shalt behold Horus on the standing place of the pilot of the boat, and Toth and Mart shall stand one upon each side of him. All the gods shall rejoice when they behold Ra coming in peace, and make the hearts of the Shining Ones to live. And Osiris, Ani, victorious, the scribe of divine offerings of the lords of Thebes, shall be among them. A hymn to the setting sun, from the Papyrus of Nut-Hetep. Another chapter of the mystery of the Duat, and passing through the unseen netherworld, and of seeing the disk when he setteth in Amentet, when he is adored by the gods and by the Khus in the underworld, and when the soul which dwelleth in Ra is made perfect. He is made mighty before Tem, and he is made great before Osiris. He setteth his terror before the company of the gods, who are the guides from the netherworld. He maketh long his steps, and maketh his face to enter with that of the great God. Now every Khu, from whom these words shall have been said, shall come forth by day in any form which he is pleased to take. He shall gain power among the gods of the Duat, and they shall recognize him as one of their own, and he shall enter at the hidden gate with power. The lady Nut-Hetep, victorious, singeth hymns of praise to thee, saying, O Ra-Tem, in thy splendid progress thou risest, and thou settest as a living being in the glories of the western horizon. Thou settest in thy territory which is Manu. Thy Uraeus is behind thee, thy Uraeus is behind thee. Homage to thee, O thou who art in peace, homage to thee, O thou who art in peace. Thou art joined unto the eye of Tem, and it chooseth its power of protection to place behind thy members. Thou goest forth through heaven, thou travellest all over the earth, and thou journeyest onwards. O luminary, the northern and southern halves of heaven come to thee, and they bow low in adoration, and they pay homage unto thee day by day. The gods of Amentet rejoice in thy beauties, and the unseen places sing hymns of praise unto thee. those who dwell in the Sektet boat, go round about thee, and the souls of the East pay homage to thee. And when they meet the majestic, they cry, Come, come in peace. There is a shout of welcome to thee, O Lord of heaven and Governor of Amentet. Thou art acknowledged by Isis, who seeth her son in thee, the Lord of fear, the mighty one of terror. Thou settest as a living being in a hidden place. Thy father, Tatunen, raiseth thee up, and he placeth both his hands behind thee. Thou becomest endowed with divine attributes in thy members of earth. Thou wakest in peace, and thou settest in Manu. Grant now I may become an honored one before Osiris, and I may come to thee. O Ra-Tem, I have adored thee. Therefore, do thou grant me that which I wish. Grant thou that I may be victorious in the presence of the company of the gods. Thou art beautiful, O Ra, in the western horizon of Amentet, thou Lord of Mart, thou mighty one of fear, whose attributes are majestic. O thou who art greatly beloved by those who dwell in the Duat, thou shinest with the beams upon the beings that are therein perpetually, and thou sendest forth thy light on the path of Restau. Thou openest up the path with double lion God. Thou settest the gods upon their thrones, and the Khus in their abiding places. The heart of Nareth is glad when Ra setteth. The heart of Nareth is glad when Ra setteth. Hail, O ye gods of the land of Amentet, who make offerings and oblations unto Ra-Tem. Ascribe ye glory unto him when ye meet him. Grasp ye your weapons, and overthrow ye fiend of Seba on behalf of Ra, and repulse the fiend of Nebt on behalf of Osiris. The gods of the land of Amentet will rejoice and lay hold upon the cords of the Sektet boat, and they come in peace. The gods of the hidden place who dwell in Amentet triumph. Hail, Thoth, who didst make Osiris to triumph over his enemies. Make thou Nut-Hetep victorious, to triumph over her enemies in the presence of the great divine sovereign chiefs who live with Osiris, the Lord of life. The great god, who dwelleth in his disk, come forth, that is, Horus, the avenger of his father Unefer-Ra. Osiris setteth, and the Khus who are in the Duat say, Homage to thee, O thou who comest as Tem, and thou who comest into being as the creator of the gods. Homage to thee who comest as the holy soul of souls, who dwellest in the horizon. Homage to thee, who art more glorious than all the gods, and who illuminest the Duat with thine eye. Homage to thee who sailest in glory, and goest round about it by disk. The chapter of the Chaplet of Victory. Osiris, Uf-Ankh victorious, born Sheret-Amsu victorious, saith, Thy father Tem hath woven for thee a beautiful chaplet of victory to be placed on thy living brow, O thou who lovest the gods, and shalt live forever. Osiris, Kent Amentet, hath made thee triumph over thine enemies, and thy father Seb had decreed for thee all his inheritance. Come, therefore, O Horus, son of Isis, for thou, O son of Osiris, sittest upon the throne of thy father Ra to overthrow thine enemies, for he hath ordained for thee the two lands of their utmost limits. Atem hath also ordained this, and the company of the gods hath confirmed the splendid power of victory of Horus, and the son of Isis, and the son of Osiris, forever and ever. And Osiris Auf-Ankh shall be victorious forever and ever. O Osiris Kent Amentet, the whole of the northern and southern parts of heavens, and every god and every goddess, who are in heaven, who are upon the earth, will the victory of Horus, the son of Isis, and Osiris, over his enemies in the presence of Osiris Khent-Amentet, who will make Osiris Auf Ankh victorious, triumph over his enemies in the presence of Osiris Khent-Amentet, Un-Nefer, the son of Nut, on this day of making him triumph over Set in his friends, in the presence of the great sovereign chiefs, who are in Anu, on the night of this battle, and overthrow the saber fiend in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Anu, and on the night of making Osiris triumph over his enemies, make Osiris Auf Ankh triumphant, to triumph over his enemies in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in the horizon of Amentet, on the day of the festival of Haker, in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Tatu, on the night of the setting up of the Tet in Tatu, and in presence of the great sovereign princes who are in the ways of the damned, on the night of judgment of those who shall be annihilated, in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Sekhen, on the night of the things of the altars in Sekhem, in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Pe and Tepu, on the night of stabilizing the inheriting by Horus of the things his father Osiris, in the presence of great sovereign powers who are at great festival of the ploughing turning of the earth in Tatu, or, as others say, in Abdu, on the night of the weighing of words. Or, as others say, weighing of locks in the presence of great sovereign princes who are in Anrut-Uf on its place, on the night when Horus receiveth his birth chamber of the gods in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in the lands of Rekti, on the night when Isis lieth down to watch and make a lamentation for her brother, in the presence of great sovereign princes who are in Resteo, on the night of making Osiris triumph over his enemies. Horus repeated these words 4 times, and all his enemies fell headlong and were overthrown and cut to pieces. And Osiris of Ankh triumphant repeated these words 4 times, therefore let all of his enemies headlong be overthrown and cut to pieces. Horus and the son of Isis, the son of Osiris, celebrated in turn millions of festivals, and all his enemies fell headlong and were overthrown and cut to pieces. Their habitation hath gone forth to the block of the east, their heads had been cut off, their necks have been destroyed, their thighs cut. They have been given over to the great destroyer, who dwelleth in the valley of the grave, and they shall never come forth under the restraint of the god Seb. This chapter shall be recited over the divine chaplet which is laid upon the face of the deceased, and thou shalt cast incense into the fire on behalf of Osiris Auf Ankh, triumphant, born of Sheref Amsu triumphant. Thou shalt now cause him to triumph over his enemies, dead or alive, and he shall be among the followers of Osiris, and a hand shall be stretched out to him with meat and drink in the presence of the god. This chapter shall be said by thee twice at dawn. Now, it is a never-failing charm, regularly and continually. The chapter of the victory over enemies, from the Papyrus of Nebseni. Hail, Thoth, who didst make Osiris to triumph over his enemies, snare thou the enemies of Osiris, the scribe of Nebseni, the lord of piety, in the presence of the great sovereign princes of every god and every goddess, and in the presence of the great sovereign princes who are in Anu, on the night of the battle of the overthrow of the Sebal fiend in Tatu, on the night of making to stand the double Tet in Sekhen, on the night of the things of the night in Sekhen in Pe and Tepu, on the night of establishing of Horus, on the heritage of the things his father in the double land of Rekti, on the night when Isis maketh lamentation at the side of her brother Osiris in Abdu, on the night of the Haker festival, distinguishing between the dead and the coos on the path of the dead, on the night of the judgment of those who are to be annihilated at the great festival of ploughing, and the turning up of the earth in Nut-Hetep in Resta'au, and on the night of making Horus to triumph over his enemies. Horus is mighty. The northern and southern halves of heaven rejoice. Osiris is content, thereat his heart is glad. Hail, Thoth! Make thou to triumph Osiris, the scribe of Nebseni, over his enemies in the presence of the sovereign princes of every god and goddess, and in the presence of you, ye sovereign princes who pass judgment on Osiris behind the shrine. If this chapter be recited regularly, and always by a man who hath purified himself in the water of Natron, he shall come forth by day, after he hath come into port, i.e. is dead. And he shall perform all the transformations which his heart shall dictate, and he shall come forth from every fire. The chapter of beating back the crocodile, from the Papyrus of Nu, and the Papyrus of Lepsius, Part 1 and 2. The chapter of beating back the crocodile, that cometh to carry away the charm from Nu, the overseer of the palace, the chancellor-in-chief triumphant, the son of the overseer of the palace Amenhotep triumphant in the underworld. He saith, Get thee back, return, get thee back, thou crocodile, fiend sway. Thou shalt not advance to me, for I live by reason of the magical words which have to be. I do not utter the name of thine to the great God who will cause thee to come to two divine envoys. The name of that one is Beti, the name of the other is Harak and Mat. Heaven hath power over its seasons, and the magical word hath power over that which is in its possession. Let therefore my mouth have power over the magical word which is therein. My front teeth are like unto flint knives, and my jaw teeth are like unto the nome of Tudef. Hail, thou who sittest thine eyeball upon these magical words. Thou shalt not carry them away, O thou crocodile that livest by means of magical words. I am the prince in the field. I, even I, am Osiris, who have shut in his father together Seb with his mother Nut on the day of the great slaughter. My father is Seb, my mother is Nut. I am Horus, firstborn of Ra, who is crowned. I am Anbu Anubis on the day of reckoning. I, even I, am Osiris, the prince who goeth and declareth the offerings, which are written down. I am the guardian of the door of Osiris. Even I have come, I have become glorious. I have been reckoned up, I am strong. I have come, and I avenge mine own self. I have sat at the birth chamber of Osiris, and was born with him, and I renew mine youth along with him. I have laid hold upon the thigh which was Osiris. I have opened the mouth of the gods therewith. I sit upon the place where he sitteth, and I write down the number of things which make strong the heart, thousands of loaves of bread, thousands of vases of beer, which upon the altars of his father Osiris, numbers of jackals, wolves, oxen, red fowl, geese, and ducks. Horus hath done away with the sacrifices of Thoth. I fill the office of priest in the regions above, and I write down there the things which make strong the heart. I make offerings, or offerings are made to me at the altars of the Prince of Tatu, and I have my being thought oblations made to him. I snuff the wind of the east by his head. I lay upon the breezes of the west thereby. I go round about heaven in the four quarters thereof. I stretch out my hand, and grasp the breezes of the south which are upon its hair. grant unto me air among the venerable beings and among those who eat bread. And from Lepsius. The chapter of beating back the crocodile that cometh to carry away the magical words from the coup in the underworld. Osiris auf Ankh triumphant said, The mighty one fell down upon the place where he is, or as others say, upon my belly. But the company of the gods caught him, and set him up again. My soul cometh, and it speaketh with its father. The mighty one delivereth it from these 8 crocodiles. I know them by their names, and what they live upon, and I am he who hath delivered his father from them. Get thee back, O crocodile, that dwellest in the west. Thou livest upon the stars which never rest, for I am as an abomination unto thee as in my belly. O thou that hast eaten the forehead of Osiris, I am Set. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the west, for the serpent fiend now is in my belly, and I will give him unto thee. Let not thy flame be against me. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the east, who feedest upon those who eat their own filth. For that which is an abomination unto thee is in my belly. I advance, I am Osiris. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the east. The serpent fiend now is in my belly, and I will give him unto thee. Let not thy flame be against me. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the south, who feedest upon filth and waste and dirt. And that which is an abomination unto thee is in my belly. Shall not the flame be on thy hand? I am Sept. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwell in the south, for I am safe from my reason of any charm. My fist is among the flowers, and I will not give it unto thee. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the north, who feedest upon what is offered, within the hours, from that which thou abominatest in my belly. Let not thy venom be upon my head, for I am Tem. Get thee back, O crocodile that dwellest in the north, for the goddess of Serpent is in my belly, and I have not yet brought her forth. I am Uach Mati. The things which are created in the hollow of my hand, and those which have not yet come into being are in my body. I am clothed and wholly provided with thy magical words. O Ra, which are in the heaven above me, or in the earth beneath me, I have gained power and exaltation, and a full breathing throat in the abode of my father Ur, the mighty one. And he hath delivered unto me the beautiful Amentet, which destroyeth living men and women, but strong is its divine lord, who suffereth from weakness, or, as others say, exhaustion, twofold, therein day by day. My face is open, my heart is upon its seat, and the crown with the serpent is upon me day by day. I am Ra, who is his own protector, and nothing shall ever cast me to the ground. The chapter of driving back the serpent Rerek in the Underworld, from the Papyrus of Mes-Emneter. Osiris Mes-Emneter saith, Get thee back, depart, retreat from me, O Apep, withdraw, or thou shalt be drowned in the pool of Nu. At the place where thy father hath ordered that thy slaughter shall be performed, depart thou from this divine place of both Ra, wherein is thy terror. I am Ra, who dwelleth in his terror. Get thee back, fiend, before the darts of his beams. Ra hath overthrown thy words, the gods have turned thy face backward, the lynx hath torn open thy breast, the scorpion hath cast fetters upon thee, and Mart hath sent forth thy destruction. Those who are in the ways have overthrown thee. Fall down and depart, thou enemy of Ra. O thou that passest over the region of the eastern part of heaven, with the sound of a roaring thundercloud, O Ra, who openest the gates of the horizon straightway on thy appearance. Apep hath sunk helpless under thy gashings. I have performed thy will, O Ra, I have performed thy will. I have done that which is fair. I have done that which is fair. I have labored for this peace of Ra. I made to advance thy fetters. O Ra and Apep have fallen through thy drawing them tight. The gods of the south and of the north, of the west and of the east, have fastened chains upon him, and they have fettered him with fetters. The god Rekes has overthrown him, and the god Hertit hath put him in chains. Ra setteth, Ra setteth, Ra is strong at his setting. Apep have fallen, Apep, the enemy of Ra, departs. Greater is the punishment which hath been inflicted on thee than the sting, which is the scorpion goddess, and mightily hath she, whose course is everlasting, worked it upon thee with deadly effect. Thou shalt never enjoy the delights of love. Thou shalt never fulfill thy desire, O Apep, thou enemy of Ra. He maketh thee go back, O thou who art hateful to Ra. He looketh upon thee, get thee back. He pierceth thy head, he cutteth through thy face. He divideth thy head at the two sides of the ways, and is crushed in his land. Thy bones are smashed in pieces, thy members are hacked off thee, and the god Akka hath condemned thee. O Apep, thou enemy of Ra, thy mariners are those who keep the reckoning for thee, O Ra, as thou advancest, and thou ratest wherein there are the offerings made to thee as thou advancest, and thou as advancest toward the house. The advance which thou hast made toward the house is a prosperous advance. Let not any baleful obstacle proceed from thy mouth against me when thou workest on my behalf. I am Set, who let loose the storm clouds and the thunder in horizons of heaven, even as doth the god Necheb-ab-Ef. Hail, saith the god Tem, make strong your faces, O soldiers of Ra, for I have driven back the god Nencha in the presence of the divine sovereign princess. Hail, saith the god Seb, make ye firm who are upon the seats which are in the boat of Khepra. Take ye your wings, grasping your weapons of war in your hands. Hail, saith Hathor, take ye your armor. Hail, saith Nut, come and repulse the god T'Char, who pursueth him which dwelleth in the shrine, and setteth out on his way alone, namely Neb-er-Che'er, who cannot be repulsed. Hail, say those gods who dwell in their companies, who go round about the turquoise pool. Come, O mighty one, we praise, and we will deliver the mighty one who dwelleth in the divine shrine, from whom proceeds the company of the gods. Let commemorations be made for him, let praise be given unto him, let words of praise be recited before him by you and me. Hail, saith Nut to thy sweet one, hail, say to those who dwell among the gods. He cometh forth, he findeth his way, he maketh captives among the gods. He hath taken possession of the goddess Nut, and Seb standeth up. Hail, thou terrible one, the company of the gods is on the march. Hathor quaketh with terror, and Ra hath triumphed over Apep. The chapter of driving back the Slaugherings, from the Papyrus of Nu. Osiris Nu triumphant saith, O land of the sceptre, O thou white crown of the divine form, O thou resting place of the boat, I am the child, I am the child, I am the child. Hail, Abu-Ur, thou sayest day by day, the slaughter block is made ready as thou knowest, and thou hast come to decay. I am Ra, the stablisher of those who praise him. I am the knot of the god within the Aser tree, the doubly beautiful one, who is more splendid than yesterday. I am Ra, the stablisher of those who praise him. I am the knot of the god within the Aser tree, and my going forth is the going forth of Ra on this day. My hair is the hair of Nu. My face is the face of the disk. My eyes are the eyes of Hathor. My ears are the ears of Ap-Uat. My nose is the nose of Kentikaz. My lips are the lips of Anbu. My teeth are of Serket. My neck is of the neck divine goddess Isis. My hands are the hands of Baneb Tatu. My forearms are the forearms of Neith, the lady of Sais. My backbone is the backbone of Suti. My phallus is the phallus of Osiris. My reins are the reins of the lords of Kir-Abah. My chest is the chest of the mighty one of Terra. My belly and back are the belly and back of Sekhet. My buttocks are the buttocks of the eye of Horus. My hips and legs are the hips and legs of Nut. My feet are the feet of Ta. My fingers and leg bones are the bones of living gods. There is no member of my body which is not member of some god. The god Thoth shieldeth my body altogether, and I am Ra, day by day. I shall not be dragged by my arms, and none shall lay violent hold upon my hands, and none shall do hurt neither men nor gods, nor the sainted dead, nor those who have perished, nor any of those in ancient times, nor any mortal, nor any human being. I am he who cometh forth, advancing, whose name is unknown. I am yesterday, and seer of millions of years in my name. I pass along the paths of divine celestial judges. I am the Lord of eternity, and I decree and I judge like the god Khepera. I am the Lord of the Urudet crown. I am he who dwelleth in the Utchat, and in the egg, in the Utchat, and in the egg, and it is given to me to live with them. I am he that dwelleth in the Utchat when it closeth, and I exist by the strength thereof. I come forth and shine. I enter in. I come to life. I am in the Utchat. My seat is upon the throne, and I sit in the abode of splendor before it. I am Horus, and I traverse millions of years. I have given the decree for the establishing of my throne, and I am the ruler thereof. And in very truth, my mouth keepeth an even balance, both in speech and in silence. In very truth, my forms are inverted. I am Un-Nefer, from one season even unto another, and what I have is within me. I am the only one who proceedeth from, and only one who goeth round about in his course. I am he who dwelleth in the Utchat. No evil thing of any form or kind shall spring up against me, and no baleful object, no harmful thing, no disastrous thing shall happen unto me. I open the door in heaven, I govern thy throne, and I open up the way for the births which take place on this day. I am the child who marcheth along the road of yesterday. I am today for untold nations and peoples. I am he who protecteth you for millions of years, and whether ye be denizens of heavens or of earth, or of this south or the north, the east or west, the fear of me is in your bodies. I am he whose being has been moulded in his eye, and I shall not die again. My moment is in your bodies, but my forms are in place of habitation. I am he who cannot be known, but the red ones have their faces directed toward me. I am the unveiled one. The season wherein the god created the heavens for me enlarged the bounds of earth, and made great the progeny thereof cannot be found. But they fail, and are not united again. My name setteth itself apart from all things, and from the great evil which is in the mouths of men by reason of that speech which I address unto you. I am he who riseth and shineth, the wall which cometh out of a wall, and only one who proceedeth forth, and only one. There is never a day that pass without the things which appertain unto him being therein, passing, 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 passing. Verily I say unto thee, I am the sprout which cometh forth from Nu, and my mother is Nut. Hail, O my Creator! I am he who have no power to walk, the great Knot who is within yesterday. The might of my strength is within my hand. I myself am not known, but I am he who knoweth thee. I cannot be held with the hand. I am he who cannot hold thee in his hand. Hail, O egg! Hail, O egg! I am Horus, who lives for millions of years, whose flame shineth upon you and bringeth your hearts to me. I have the command of my throne, and I advance at this season. I have opened a path, and I have delivered myself from all evil things. I am the dog-headed ape of gold, 3 palms and 2 fingers high, which hath neither arms nor legs, that dwelleth in Het-Katar. I go forth, as goeth forth the dog-headed ape that dwelleth in Het-Katar.